Alright guys, so today we're going to talk about the 3-wrap Prusik. We're going to first use a HollowBlock, which is very common in the guiding industry here. And this is a fairly long HollowBlock that I use for Alpine, but nonetheless. We're going to talk about the pros and cons, and first we're going to make the Prusik. So how to make the Prusik is usually the sewn part of the HollowBlock I'll leave at the end. I'm going to take it, wrap it around 3 times, 1, 2, 3. Now if we look at this for a moment, we have the loop and we have the 3 wraps on each side inside the big loop. And now what we're going to do is we're just going to dress it. So we just wrapped it. We're going to dress it now, the second step of making a Prusik, which means I'm just pulling it and then twisting it in my hand like so. And now we're going to set it, which basically means just pulling down, making sure that it's properly on the rope. And we're going to look at it again, as I said, before you were to do the grooming phase, or you move from the setting phase to the grooming phase. You just want to make sure everything looks nice and even. You want to make sure nothing is crossing. You count 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. They're both coming out the center, and this loop is going from one end all the way to the other. So 3-wrap Prusik. Now the thing to consider is a HollowBlock. If you're using a HollowBlock, the core is basically on the outside. The HollowBlock is hollow, right? That's why it's called the HollowBlock, which means there's no core inside. So if the outside starts to get very frayed and you start to notice a lot of material on the outside, I would replace it, because that basically means the core is getting frayed. And on a standard accessory like a 7mm, if you saw the core, for example, if you saw the core on this, then you would replace it immediately. However, if you see fraying, as you see here, some small fraying, we wouldn't replace this if we don't see the core. But on this case, you wouldn't see the core, you would only just see fraying on the outside. So that's something to consider. Let's move on to use the accessory. So we're going to grab the accessory. This is my favorite thing to use. This is an overhand knot. We have at least 1 fist of slack at the end. And this is a 1.5 meter, 7mm length of cordlette. So same process for this. I'm going to grab the loop, put the knot through the loop 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Now I'm finished the wrapping phase. I'm going to go to the dressing phase, so which means I'm just going to make sure, going to inspect, make sure they're all crossing in the right orientation. Everything should be proper, as we see here. Almost there. I'm going to keep dressing it. Okay. There we go. Now, as we see, we count 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We have the loop going from the one side all the way to the other side, and the 2 strands coming out the center. And we're going to set it, and there it's set. So it moves, but it doesn't come down. So that is the Prusik. Hope you enjoyed the video. We're going to do another video as well. Check it out. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. Take care.